a spectator. But we're confident.
Finger goes out. It took a long time. There's been a lot of appealing. Bonner doesn't like it. Nothing he can do about it though.
The quicker delivery from Chris Green. Bonner looking to play it through the leg side square of the wicket. Another arm ball. And I think we can probably say that was relatively high and would find it difficult to hit the stumps. So frustration, batsman sort of indicates maybe where it hit, but unfortunately for Bonner, that's the end. He goes for 4. It's 4 for 2.
Can you imagine the world of Charles chocolates? Imagine Charles. Enter our world.
Robin Powell has looked in good touch in the innings that he's had so far, even in the last game where it was brief. He's on strike. Definitely that was a poor decision, last one. Very rare, but certainly not a good one. Too high.
Green's a tall man too. Standing at about 6'4". Tall action. But he's going to get bounce naturally. This one did bounce as it hits around about the waistline. Bowlers make mistakes, batsmen make mistakes, and umpires are allowed to make mistakes.
Fair point, especially when they've been so good up to now. They're only human. They work at their craft. And I think sometimes they need to give what we call a bligh here in Trinidad, a pass. Occasional. Catches are dropped. Half volleys are bowled. 4 for 2, wicket maiden.
To help fight the spread of germs, learn WHO's hand washing habits. Yes, the World Health Organization says washing hands with soap is an effective way to prevent the spread of germs. Together, let's help fight the spread of germs in Trinidad and Tobago.
It's easy to feel on top of your game. Well, a solid team helps support you. That's why the experts at Jameson make products for immune support made with pure ingredients. We'd say it's a winning lineup. Stay strong with Jameson.
Two after 3. Tallawahs are under pressure, and we've got the privilege of having the Tallawahs coach on the mic. Floyd, how are you feeling? Bit of pressure in the dugout?
No, not really. 120 runs, we just need to build a couple of partnerships. The partnership here now between Rothman and Glenn Phillips is very important for us.
A Republic Bank Classic. Kemo Paul, that's a snatch, and what a start for Ashmead Ned. On debut here in the CPL. Former West Indies under-19 player of a few months ago. A dream come true.
Just a little extra bounce and turn away, which creates the error And this is a huge wicket. Phillips, the form player, he has to go without scoring. Having faced 7 balls, it's now 4 for 3.
Never on chocolate digestive. Rich chocolate with cookie crunch. Never on chocolate digestive. Taste the cookie with chocolate sweetness.
Cookie beats chocolate in Devon Chocolate Digestive. Better because it's both.
It's easy to feel on top of your game. Well, a solid team helps support you. That's why the experts at Jameson make products for immune support made with pure ingredients. We'd say it's a winning lineup. Stay strong with Jameson.
Chef!
4 for 3 in pursuit of 119. Ashmead Ned has struck with the first ball of his CPL career. And goes past the outside edge.
Asif Ali from Pakistan. He's also been in some good form. Strike rate of 156, nearly 157. He's got his work cut out here. Ned's on top, feeling very confident. Well, there's one way to deal with pressure, and that's treat fire with fire. That's exactly what Phillips tried to do, but just got top edge. Ballooned it to Chemo Paul, who took just a one-hand screamer.
Some people would have gone with their left hand for that. Rather than have the right hand coming across the head. There'd be some, I've seen catches like this taken. Paul Collingwood of England took one of those, but usually it could be 2 hands or the left hand. I'm afraid to go back to Mutalawa's coach, but we will. Very silky, sweet touch. 8 for 3-4 was gone.
Who would have thought that in the blink of an eye we could go from long faces to long nights, from waiting for dinner to start to wishing it would never end, from being distant to gathering around the table? Who would have thought that staying home would bring out the best in us? Who would have ever imagined that a simple bucket could do all of this? And without going out, we can bring the best from the outside in. With the KFC Essential Bucket, enjoy 10 pieces of delicious chicken and a bucket of fries for $115.
Chris Green will continue. Floyd Reefer still there. Floyd, I know it could be a tense time for some watchers. Do you talk to batsmen or the group there now, or do you just allow them to take and be accountable for the situation?
Alright, bitch, you just allow the batters to assess the situation for themselves and just go there and play. They got to stick on to play their natural games and try to put back pressure back onto the bowling unit.
Your bowling unit did well.
Yes, they did. We have a very good bowling unit. We have 2 quality spinners. We have some good seamers. So I think that our bowling unit is very balanced. It's very big.
Floyd, new captain this year, Robin Powell. How have you felt he's settled into the role?
Yeah, Robin is settling very well. He actually played cricket with some of the guys before, so he has captained a few teams before. He captained West Indies team in Bangladesh, so he has some experience in captaincy. He's settling very well.
What about preparation, Floyd? Is it taking a little while longer, you think, for teams to gel and get into their best form?
Any preparation? We didn't have any preparation. You came here, obviously we had a quarantine for some of the days, for 14 days, and then obviously the 3 days that we have for practice sessions, 2.5 days to rain off. So we didn't really get into any cricket specifics in terms before this tournament.
Which is a challenge for a coach. Did you have any alternative plans because of that? Were there more sort of meetings or discussions one-on-one or small group discussions?
Yeah, we had a lot of discussions, even in the quarantine period. We had some Zoom calls as well, so then we did some work on the tennis courts, a lot of drills, and guys practiced some death bowling and guys hitting a few balls and stuff on the tennis court. We try to be as creative as possible and try to get guys at least hitting some balls, getting into cricket mode.
Floyd, thank you very much for your time and for sharing your thoughts with us, and all the best as you get more game time as a group for the rest of the tournament.
Thanks, Fish.
Five overs completed, 14 for 3.
Now this is Radical Trading, you understand? And them have everything to cover anything. Radical Trading have the best fabric designs for your upholstery needs, yeah? So furniture, car, boat, tent, even material for school bags.
This will look really nice on my couch, boy.
They even making pillow too.
Frank.
Oui?
Oh shucks, I forget the money.
Serious?
They could pay for it for me.
Me and my big mouth boy, I wonder if Radical get thing to cover mouth yet.
Radical Trading, 4 locations nationwide.
Been a bizarre game so far. – 13 wickets to fall in just under 25 overs. That's how eventful this match has been. One of 4 required from 89 deliveries. Many felt it will be a walk in the park for the Talawas. Warriors, they've got different plans. Loud appeal. Not out, says the umpire.
Well, 10 out of 10 for the theatrics, because they really are in a groove, looking for these Angus Storer LLB LBWs. He's never shy in asking. There's everyone to hear. Oh. Well, the thing that stands out clearly for you and I, DJ, discussing this a little while earlier in the day, is that the nature of the surface, and I'm saying it's good because the previous game was 172 and the ball has bounced a bit more, certainly appreciably more, and the pace of it coming on. So there is that subtle difference from the other side of the square here. And I think it's made a difference here this afternoon.
Going down. Little too excited there, Imran Tahir. Having said that, Danny, it's an adjustment that has to be made by the batsman. Must play, making that accommodation for the extra bounce. No need to get that front foot going far down the pitch. You could stand back and trust the bounce on this surface. Maybe it's better off batting with a leg stump as well, giving yourself a little more room through the offside. Those are approaches you can use. Doesn't find the gap. End of the Guardian Live power play, 16 for 3.
Sell your car at pin.tt. Takes 1 minute, so easy. Take a picture from your mobile phone, just snap it now. Oh yeah, it's on. Sell your car at pin.tt. Sell your car at pin.tt. Pin.tt, free mobile app. Pin.tt, just takes 1 snap. Pin.tt.
To help
Little power in this Guardian Live power play. Third lowest power play score in the history of CPL. That's how significant that batting effort has been for the Tallowas.
Like this fella, young Naveen al-Haq. Exciting prospect at a young age. Seen a bit of stuff on social media, everyone get excited, and rightly so, because wonderful cool head for someone so young and brave enough to show his skills, his repertoire of slower deliveries, use of the crease, just subtle, and quicker than you think. Different times, and an effort ball.
Might be angling down the leg side. Not convinced by Gregory Brathwaite.
Yeah, that stock delivery of Naveen tends to angle back in with that distance on the crease. A little inside edge, I think, too, to be fair. A bit of woodwork. Another check. Just maybe a squeeze, or even so, I think it's certainly doing far too much. But he's excitable young man, or rightly so. So let's have a shout, clear the lungs, and get in the game.
Gets it over mid-on. Muscles this one, the captain, Rahman Paul. Just trying to change the tempo of the innings a bit for his side.
Yeah, in terms of just looking out from our privileged posse up here in the combox, looking at Naveen and his reaction, it wasn't that far away, beat him almost for pace. See on the bat? Yeah, he hasn't got it out of the screws, and it does get over comfortably enough. The Zoom party continues here. Fans are getting it licks all over the Caribbean.
More shots off the field than on the field, Danny.
Kaboom!
This could be close. This could be close. Again, a confident appeal turned down.
Gregory Brathwaite is just maybe signalling the height. Again, a little bit too much angle, but certainly I think height on this occasion. There we go. Oh, dunno. Brathwaite. Shake of the head early. The bowler shake of the head for the other reason. He wants affirmative, he's saying negatory.
He's asked the question a couple times this over. Naveen ul-Haq. Let's have a look at that LBW again. Just played the wrong line. Rahman Paul. I guess the angle of that delivery, pitching, going down the leg side, created that ounce of doubt in the mind of Gregory Brathwaite, the umpire.
%, DG. I just think also he's quite wide on the return crease. Genuinely. So generally he's about there and it's sort of slightly wider of crease rather than closer in. Bowled. Pressure on. Extraordinary. Chase and pressure now on the Tallowas, and 3 for spit. Yeah, it's pretty wide. Not super wide, but just enough, and that creates that angle. And then the seam and the stock and trade of Naveen to go back into right-handers from outside off stump. Most umpires will be aware of all of that. Gregory Brathwaite, he's been around the scene some time now.
Law of averages catching up with Shimron Hetmeyer today. Didn't get off the mark, faced one delivery. Hetmeyer. Good end to the over. 7 overs gone, 21 for 3.
To help fight the spread of germs, learn WHO's hand washing habits. Yes, the World Health Organization says washing hands with soap is an effective way to prevent the spread of germs. Together, let's help fight the spread of germs in Trinidad and Tobago.
Dream 11 Fantasy League, the MVP race. Mujibur Rahman at the top with 99 points. Carlos in there, he picked up 3 wickets. Chris Green, Sandeep Lamashani, Brandon King, all in that race at the moment. What we haven't seen in this match, Danny Morrison, is the basics to batting. We didn't see that from the Warriors after that good start. Many of these players were ultra aggressive in their stroke play and their approach to batting. I'm sure the Tallawahs, the captain Robman Paul and Asif Ali, will try to build a partnership now. No need to be extravagant in their stroke play. The required rate, just about 7.5.
You touched on it, Darren. In terms of thinking, well, they've only got 118. Pitch is good. We've seen the pace and bounce to the 172 posted first up, and Patriots were 10 shy. So yeah, good amount of runs scored. Game 1. Look at this, you think, well, haven't even got 120. You Warriors are going to be run over. Not so. Second half. Crazy old gig.
The challenge for Chris Green is the balance, attacking the Tallawahs batsmen and defending at the same time. What it will do, it will create opportunities and a little more gaps in the field. There's still a slip in place. Fielders within the 30-yard circle, they're more in, trying to cut that single, create pressure on the batsman. Catch the action in Hero CPL 2020 on the Sport Max app. Download the app and watch the CPL from anywhere in the region, the Caribbean region. I see this very often, Danny Morrison, from Australia. When they play international cricket, their fielders within that 30-yard circle make you well aware that they're there. You can feel that pressure when they get close in. That's exactly what Chris Green is trying to do with his infielders.
There is that bounce again. Yeah, hunt up, on your toes, and lots of energy and noise. 8 done, 26 for 3.
The way we move, the way we sound, feel the rhythm. The way we fed, soaking wet, it's the way we play. The way we groove, the way we dance, every night and day. Every night and day. Carib, taste the Caribbean. Carib, let's unleash the fun.
Carib, it's the way
Tallowers will be worried too much with that worm being under that of the Warriors. It's a period where they've got to absorb pressure, trying not to have too many dots on that green line. That will be the approach. Kimo Paul.
Oh, good afternoon. Rodman Powell. Thought he'd play a nice little swivel hook or pull. So when you get clocked like that, the umpires will ask the medical staff to come out because it really has hit him quite flush on the side of the grill. The physio or sports doctor comes out just to have a concussion test, look at the helmet, see what it's like, ask the batsman how he is. See, oh yeah, it is flush. But then again, there's that extra bounce, a little bit of extra zip on this side of the square here, after having 3 days on the other side of the square here at Lara.
There was an opportunity for the Tallowers to assess the pitch when they bowl first. Rodman Paul will just do a few tests to ensure that he's stable enough to continue batting.
The fizz is that certain either. It's going through the test. I just wonder, grills and helmets these days are quite superior to those in the 20th century, but I do often say, look, we want to change this helmet because it's hit so flush. Star of match 4, Kimo Paul. Forfeit against the Patriots. Wonderful figures. And he loved a little celebration too. Feather down the leg side. Quicker than you think at times, Kimo Paul. Ball to quite steepling bounce. The celebration difference. Forfeit, well deserved, young man.
Best bowling figures by Asim at this venue too. I like how he works batsmen out. He's always a thinking cricketer. Deceptive as well with the extra bounce. Will cause a few problems for the Tallowers.
Good hustle, good fielding. Also, what a wonderful follow-up, because he just sconned the skipper, Rodman Powell, and he gets this one up, and Powell certainly wasn't coming forward anytime soon. Just hits him in the head, and then look, where does Powell go? Yeah, he's nowhere. Stuck on the crease.
Will it be taken? Will it be taken? Put down! Ashmead Ned, the simplest of catches, gone a-begging.
Well. Asif Ali as well, and this guy can play some unorthodox stroke play and innings. I think he might have just sconned him as well. Watch this, through the hands. Oh yeah, wow. That's just below the temple, top of the hinge joint of the jaw perhaps, right at the top there. And that is going to smart a bit for sure.
He's only 19 years of age, playing in his first T20 match, Ashmead Ned. So there will be quite a bit of nerves. Had his first wicket in his first over. This was a chance for him to record his first catch in T20 cricket.
A shame. He did everything right. The reverse cup out there just went right through the hands. Hugely unfortunate, the young fella, and he's going to have to come off. We were worried about Rodman Powell being sconned by Kimo Paul, but now Need is going to have to come off here. Ashmead Need.
The Republic Band fan stand. We have a question from Denny.
Do you think that this is the year that Guyana Amazon Warriors break the jinx and lift the title?
Hashtag no, it's not happening. Oh, wouldn't that be unfortunate to get to the sixth final and come second again?
Danny, the entire of Guyana is just up in arms from that comment.
Guess what? We're not going back this season to Guyana. I'm sorry, all you fans. I do love you, but we're not going.
I sincerely hope they do win this title, Danny. They've worked really hard. They have nothing to show for them being the most successful T20 franchise in CPL's history.
Life isn't fair, as you know, Darren. Well, it's not fair. You've got to put up with me here, don't you? It ain't fair, life. You know, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Sport is a metaphor for life. So many ups and downs, and life ain't fair. Well, he's springing his step, and understandably so here for Chemo Paul. He hit Rodman Powell in the side of the head, grill doing its thing, and thank goodness for that. There really is appreciable difference, pace and bounce on this pitch here as opposed to the other side of the square here at Lara Oval. 2 in a row. Just not too much effort. Weather gods have smiled though, Darren Ganga, on your turf.
Yeah, from south. Tournament being blessed with southern hospitality, so to the weather. Very good today. Wickets falling. Just change the context and outlook of this game. Many of us expected this to be a high scoring affair. Not to be, maybe tensions. Two very reputable teams in Hero CPL 2020.
Well, Darren G, don't complain about the conditions, the light and everything. The weekends here, 2-day games, 10 a.m. tee-off time first, and then part of the old double header is 2:15 on weekends. So the light, natural light, brilliant. Really good seeing conditions this afternoon.
Luckily he went back. Asif Ali, 3-3 for 3. End of the...
Can you imagine the world of Charles Chocolates? Imagine Charles. Enter our world.
Sexy Sunday. Tomorrow's matches, match 9. TKR up against the BTs, the Tridents. It's at 10 a.m. and then at 2:15. And these Amazon Warriors are back to do it all over again against the St. Lucia Zooks. Yeah, firing up. Yeah, what a weekend of double headers. Amazon Warriors.
Chanapal Himraj.
Excellent, boy.
Just on the line. Good call by the umpire. Known more for his batting. He's a useful left-arm spinner. Been used on a couple of occasions in 2019 to good effect.
Lock it up.
Opened the bowling as well.
last year. Not a bad economy. Talking part-time.
Could be out. Could be out. Hetmeyer. Yeah! Make no mistake. After Bali, after getting a chance, well, he departs now.
Hetmeyer says to Ashmead, that's how you do it, buddy. Swallow one in the deep. Lovely hands from the youngster. Went up for an eternity. Steadies himself. Easy as you like. Shimon Hetmeyer. Another wicket down here for Jamaica. And it's the end of Asavali for 14. And the Angostura LLB drinks break at 34 for 4.
Target corned beef there for you, yeah.
Your happiness is our target. Target corned beef is here for you in so many ways. We understand the challenges of this difficult time, so we're giving you the gifts you need to make it through. When you purchase Target corned beef, you now have the chance to win family staycations, plus restaurant and bookstore vouchers. Check in-store or online for more details. Target corned beef, every day, so many ways.
Distributed by AMCO, a subsidiary of Answer Macau. It's easy to feel on top of your game. Well, a solid team helps support you. That's why the experts at Jameson make products for immune support made with pure ingredients. We'd say it's a winning lineup. Stay strong with Jameson.
The way we move, the way we sound, feel the rhythm. The way we fed, soaking wet, it's the way we play. The way we groove, the way we dance, every night and day. Every night and day. Carib, there's the Carib, that's a list of fun.
Carib, it's the way we play.
Who would have thought that in the blink of an eye we could go from long faces to long bites, from waiting for dinner to start to wishing it would never end, from being distant to gathering around the table? Who would have thought that staying home would bring out the best in us? Who would have ever imagined that a simple bucket could do all of this? And without going out, we can bring the best from the outside in. With the KFC Essential Bucket, enjoy 10 pieces of delicious chicken and a bucket of fries for $115.
Combat the stress of today's busy lifestyles. Use Astamin Fort for all-round good health and balance. Astamin Fort contains power nutrients for that extra energy and vitality, 8 essential amino acids and vitamins. Use Astamin Fort to boost energy, build stamina and strength, improve performance, relieve tiredness and stress, and improve memory and concentration. Astamin Fort is excellent supportive therapy for diabetes and hypertension. Get it now at leading pharmacies nationwide.
Commitment to fair claim settlement, make your worries recede. You can depend on Tatil to help restore what matters to you. Talk to us about motor and property insurance you can trust. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean. A member of the Answer Macau Group.
Jamaica Talawas 34 for 4 inside the 10th over here at the Brown Cricket Academy. And certainly making a meal of this one. Carlos Pratchett is a new batsman. Almost that one squeezing through. Very healthy strike rate, 141.83. Short ball, caught down the leg side. Signal off the pad, Nigel Duguid. Confident Nicholas Puran at the back.
Yeah, they all went up, so enormous pressure on the umpire. I think he's got that right too. It looks like clip the pad. Cut away nicely by Brathwaite. That should run away for 4. Brilliant piece of fielding though. They may want to have a look at that. see whether he had contact with the line or not.
Excellent bit of fielding here from Kimo Paul. I think he did really well. Very quick across the ground. Let's just confirm. Yes, Guardian Life, save of the day. Look at this commitment here. Magnificent effort, saving his team 2 runs. End of the 10th over, 36 for 4. Match summary so far: the Guyana Amazon Warriors limping to 118, all out of 19.1 overs. Tala was in pursuit at 36 for 4. This is the lowest score after 10 overs in the history of CPL for the Jamaica Talawas. And the joint lowest ever, along with the Barbados Tridents. So a disappointing start, and all to do in the remaining 10 overs. An opportunity again once. Fortunate for of Manfowell falls safely in the gap.
You're grimacing there with disappointment that hit the turf. Just skidding on a little bit quicker than expected and creating the error. Very, very competitive side, this Warriors team. They're well below par with the bat, but they're just showing their fighting spirit with the ball and also in the field.
And this is what you get from this team, that never say die attitude. And they are passionate following back in Guyana and throughout the Caribbean. And these guys are urging the Team On Sports Max Zoom party. Everyone in on the action.
They are passionate fans, aren't they? They absolutely love it. So sad we're not being able to travel through the Caribbean and do what we normally do with the Hero CPL, but it's also terrific that the fans are still engaged with the contest through different platforms.
This one is squeezed through the offside. You will have noticed also a cutout of their favorite player, Chandrapal Hemraj. A lot of support back home for these players.
Might be his family though. There's Nicholas Boran, there's Tahir there, there's Badri there. Oh no, it's not. It's not Badri.
Can they pull this one off? That's the question. That's the big question. On the other hand, the Jamaica Talawas fans, they be hoping that Carlos Brathwaite, along with the captain of Manpowell, can take them over the line. At the halfway stage, you would have felt that the Jamaica Talawas were well in control. But an excellent start in terms of the bowling. The Amazon Warriors have pegged them back. Setting up a nice challenge at the back end. So what can we put this down to? 41 for 4. Is it really good bowling, exceptional bowling, or indifferent batting?
I think we've seen today, not only in this match, but also the earlier match that we have shown here at the same venue, same pitch. The spinners have been difficult to get away, and we've seen a lot of spin overs, and you could probably appreciate this as a former spinner, is that the ball seems to be just holding in the wicket a little bit and also bouncing. So every spinner that's had their opportunity to bowl has bowled very well and taken full advantage of those conditions. So that's why we've seen a high number of dot balls in that first game and also so far in this game, which in most situations is inexcusable, but it's been difficult for the batsmen to play with fluency against spin. Eleven overs gone, it's 41 for 4. Six bowlers used, and they're no surprise to see a lot of spin being used for the point that I was making with regards to being a good surface to bowl spin. Which meant Ned is back on the field and back on with the ball in hand, which is good news. I think that the thing what we've seen which has been disappointing is that the batsmen haven't recognised the challenge that the spin is providing and come up with a plan. You can't just step and smash spin every day of the week. You're going to have conditions like this that are going to challenge you, and therefore you need to adapt your game and find a way to rotate the strike. There's going to be days where you can step down the wicket and just smash spin for fun, but there's going to be days like this where you need to adapt.
Magnificent bowling here. Peach of a delivery.
Let's get slips in. Why haven't we got at least one slip in?
I concur. Look at that. Bounce and turn. I first saw this kid in the regional Super 50 last year. It was very impressive. Very, very impressive. He got 4 for 29 in the semi-final against Barbados. Barbados tried to put the West Indies emerging players into that final, which they eventually won. But look at that. Bounce and turn at good pace. The son of a former Guyanese off-spinner, Gavin Ned. So he has that cricketing acumen, that cricketing background.
I saw him in the Under-19 World Cup in South Africa just recently, and he was mightily impressive there amongst peers in his own age group. He was a real standout. There was a lot of good spinners on display.
Maiden over at the end of 12. Jamaica tally was 41 for 4.
So Dwayne, tell me, who would you recommend Omega XL to?
Speaking to my manager, fellow teammates, they highly recommend it. This definitely is something I should be a part of because I tend to train a lot harder than I used to train before, and recovery time is also going to be better once you enhance it with supplements. Jerome, my manager, he actually won the entire box. Everybody knows Omega champion. Omega XL, the champion DJ Bravo, fully endorsed it.
Struggling there. Huge gap between those two worms.
There's one big thing to consider, and there's a bloke called Andre Russell. And that worm can change very quickly.
Magnificent shot here from Rovman Powell, and just a pick-up shot over wide long on, and they need more of this. That's massive.
What a great shot. Full pitch delivery from Paul. So it was in the slot and he kept his head down through the shot and just lifted it over wide mid-on. Effortless. So there's plenty of power left in this Talawar's outfit. There's obviously the two that are out in the middle, and Andre Russell is padded up, ready to go as well. So they're only needing a tick over 9 and over. So it's just whether they can weather the storm of particularly the spin overs that are left in this innings.
And that's a challenge. Imran Tahir has overs in the bag. This one seemed to have surprised probably once too, and sent back, and wisely so.
So the challenge for the Talawars is really how they're going to navigate those spin overs that are left. That was the first innings, the bowling overs. I'm looking for the second innings, which will come, folks.
Yeah, and I guess the point you really want to get at is Imran Tahir and that matchup.
There it is. Tahir's still got 2 left, which is 2 very important overs in the context of the outcome of this game. Green's got 1. Ned, the way he's bowling, he's still got 1. The way he's bowling beautifully. And obviously, Hemraj, if required, can come on again.
Castle! Carlos Brathwaite has been castled by that man. Kimo Paul continues to pick wickets here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. 4 in the last match, and another one to add to that. Now look at this El Dorado celebration.
Carlos Brathwaite looking to launch this over to the leg side. And I think that was part of his downfall, not looking to hit the ball straight at the side screen, just dragging it, looking to drag it to the leg side, and it just going straight through the gap. Brathwaite goes for 5 off 14 deliveries. It's 48 for 5.
It's a new normal, but together we'll get through. All in, me and you. One team against COVID-19. We still keeping our distance, but we're on one common mission to stay safe and support all citizens.
Let's be our brother and sister's keeper. Make sure they're okay. Granny, uncle, and neighbor. Reduce your stress with a virtual connect. Keep fit. Sharpen your mental wits. And beware of the hype. Get the real facts. Knowledge is power. Let's be smart.
I know we can do this, TNT. This is the champion DJ Bravo.
And this is your girl, DJ Anna. We're all in. Together, let's stop the spread of COVID-19.
A message from the Pan American Health Organization, World Health Organization.
5. But Andrew Russell, Superman, has stepped to the crease. A phenomenal strike rate, over 175. 2 CPL hundreds to his name. And has been superb within the last year or so. This one has been superb in the last match.
Brathwaite just looking to launch that to the leg side boundary. Remembering that to the left is the short side, so he's wanting to access that. That's his downfall, really. He doesn't needs to worry about a short boundary the way he hits the ball. He was far better off hitting it straight down the ground as the fans, the Amazon Warriors fans, go off.
Just tripping up on his follow through and have to reload that one, Kimo Paul.
Well, that was an El Dorado celebration.
A little bit delayed perhaps. Let's see what happens here. Just that effort, extra bit of effort he put in. Perhaps to get that targeted short ball towards Andrew Russell. A lot of people, a lot of teams plan that way for him, especially early on. At the end of 13, 49 for 5. 118 all out in 19.1 and 49 for 5 in chase of that total. Been a magnificent bowling effort on the part of the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Ashby Ned will bowl his final over.
I'm still surprised there's not a slip there. I think it's not only an attacking position, but it's also potentially a defensive position, because he does get the edge. It's going to run away for 4, not 4, maybe 2 or 3. But I just think it's a valuable position, particularly the way that Ned is bowling.
Might be an opportunity for Alex Jordan to break. Ask Yuan Botha, what was the message to Ashwin Ned in his first game? Told him to just go out and enjoy himself. Well, he certainly is enjoying himself. Look at those figures. 10 runs into his 4th over, 14 dot balls. A magnificent start, magnificent debut for the young man. And just on cue, Tom Moody, I think they're hearing you. Slip in position now for Andre Russell. They know how important this wicket is. Usually hits a 6 within every 7 deliveries. He hasn't fired this year just yet. 54 deliveries without a 6. We haven't seen that from this man. Will this be the match when he unleashes? Shot for IBW. Nigel Duguid says not out. Where do you want to see Andre Russell hitting those 6s, Tom Moody?
Personally, I don't think he needs to start hitting 6s quite yet. I'd like to see him just get himself in a little bit, because he can catch up very quickly. It's very hard to come in to start hitting boundaries when the ball's turning and bouncing like we've seen. He just needs to get in and get familiar with the conditions first. Work the ball around, get his 1s and 2s to begin with.
Excellent, Eddie. A magnificent spell from Ashby Ned. The end of 14 overs and 50 for 5.
One bad vibe and I'm out this. No, you can't stop this. We're out to get it with Lucas. Day and night, yeah, we're on this. I know you want this. Come on and taste the energy. Day and night, live your Lucas life. Live your Lucas life. Come taste the energy.
Good vibes only. Lucasade. Taste the energy.
You've done your job, young man. Excellent start to your CPL career. The start of many, many good things for you in the future in West Indies cricket. Kevin Sinclair, the other youngster in this Guyana Amazon Warriors team, emerging player, under 23 player, another one who performed superbly in the Super 50 tournament. In the air, could this be taken? Will it be taken? Yes, it's taken. Chris Green makes no mistake with that one. And Captain Ruffman Powell, well, he follows suit as the other batsmen in his team. Talawas in more trouble.
Yeah, looking to club this down the ground and getting not the contact he was hoping. Have to question the shot selection, whether it was there to be hit. It was certainly there to be hit, but not in that area. Celebrations go down in Guyana. Why wouldn't it? Another wicket. That's Powell, the captain. He goes for 23. It's 50 for 6.
In the world of natural gas, Trinidad and Tobago enjoys an enviable reputation. This is not by chance. For over 3 decades, one company has led the way in shaping the country's unique energy sector and facilitating its growth. The National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, NGC. NGC is a diversified energy company playing a key role in the development of Trinidad and Tobago's energy policy and increasingly sophisticated energy economy.
50 for 6, the Jamaica Talawas really staring down the barrel here. Unless there's something magical from Andrew Russell, Sandy Plamichani, the new batsman for the JTs. 69 of 34 balls.
Well, I think that the Warriors out there will be well aware it's still a game that can go either way, particularly with Russell still out there. I know he hasn't got going yet, but we've seen what he's done over recent years in this format of the game. This game is still very much on. I think we'll see Tahir next over. It'll be an interesting matchup.
Shot for IBW, not out, good slower ball. Really deceptive. This young Navin Haq. That's a wicket in the previous few deliveries. Really a nothing shot from Rovman Powell. Slower ball into the pitch, high to no control.
It's also an example, I reckon, Sammy, of a batsman getting fixated with the short side. That ball was a short, poor delivery, wide of off stump. He should have been looking to cut that over backward point. He's still going to get a boundary, even though it's the longer side.
Change in field now for Russell. And point goes back to the boundary. Third man comes in. A really unusual sort of field. Straight sweeper. Long on in position. Backward square and deep mid wicket. Wide signal. What do you make of this particular field, Tom Moody?
Just trying to work it out, to be honest with you. It's an interesting one in the sense that I think they want the protection on the leg side, clearly because they want the option to bowl the bouncer or the slower ball bouncer. But I think they've got the cover on the offside at deep extra cover and deep backward point, so they can bowl that wide Yorker, and they've got the protection for that wide Yorker. I think it's sort of having a bet each way, which also is a challenge for Andre Russell because the field doesn't reflect what the bowler's going to bowl. You can bowl a number of different balls, which is a good thing as well because you're not being predictable.
This one has something on it. Just a single. It's intent from Andrew Russell. They need some impetus. They need someone to get them some boundaries. And if it's anyone, it has to be Andrew Russell. Sandy Plamichani hasn't faced a delivery yet, so Guyana Amazon Warriors would want him to face as many deliveries as possible.
Plamichani, his role is basically to get Russell, well, firstly not get out, secondly just get Russell on strike, so he doesn't need to be worrying about hitting boundaries. It's more about just rotating the strike and feeding it to the power hitter.
That ball, and every dot ball, that run rate, that required run rate, just keeps climbing. Just a shade under 13 at the moment. At the start of the inning, it was under 6, less than a run a ball. That's how quickly things can change. So the Talawaz, they require 67 in 31 balls. And the final ball of the 15th over. The final delivery of the 15th coming up. That ball to end the over. Good over. 52 for 6 after 50.
Phonograph, here to share.
Grandma, just send a little thing. Another big dream just got saved. A new bride, slide went to see the ring. A brother's school fee just got paid. Things are going on, we got to try. So we send a thing for we bonafide. Together we can make a plan. Monogram will be the helping hand. Here to share, that's how we do it. Monogram will help you do it. Always there, always Monogram. Knowing they can understand.
Phonograph,
here to share, that's how we do it. Monogram will help you do it.
Rather interesting scorecard here in match 8 in season 8. 118, you thought, well, it should not be enough. But of course, this is T20. Never ever have too much expectation, given the second half has got to happen. My word, hasn't this second half happened? There were 3 wickets down for 4 on the board. That's all Jamaica. And trying to track down 119. Wonderful figures. Dreams of catch it from the bowler. Skimmer out to Shimron Hetmeyer. No damage done. That asking rate now is, well, it's getting a little on the ridiculous side. It's almost 14s. The last 5 overs of this contest, and Jamaica have only just limped past 50. And Andre Russell is trying to bosh it into next week. He's finding things a little tricky out there, given that he's batting with the tail now. Gone! Gone! Boom! It's another Hero Maximum. It's the biggest side of the ground, and no ground is big enough for sure with Andre Russell. G'day, Bish.
Hello, Danny. Andre Russell is going to have to do so many more of these if the Talawaz are to stand a chance with 61 required from 27. It's been a pitch that has required the ability to work the ball. Yes, it's been a challenge. I think both teams will look back and say, did we assess conditions quickly enough? Are we still in boundary hitting mode when a different adaptation maybe was needed? But I'd be keen to hear from the teams. Of course, it's been a challenge on the surface. Russell knows he can't put too much trust in what's coming at the other end.
Tries to catch it again. Hetmeyer. Not far away at all from young Shimron Hetmeyer. Yeah, an interesting little stat just thrown at me. That 6 that was hit by Andre Russell just a few balls ago was his 64th ball he has faced in this 8th edition of Hero CPL. It's taken that long to fat one. Normally, he hits 6s every 7th ball. Great start. Oh, yes! Give it! Oh, it was from up here. Thank you, Nigel Dogood. There's another one in the coffin. 7th one down here.
Maybe would have hit into leg stump, and the Amazon Warriors are loving it. He moved back outside leg after he was struck, and that's why he was surprised that the decision was given. He goes without scoring, 59 for 7.
A hero knows when they enter the field, it's time to play.
Step
Step up to the wicket with Ferrera Optical and knock an amazing 25% off any Brian Lara frame or sunglasses. Plus, deliver a sensational 15% off transitions and Varlock lenses. Book your appointment today to live like a legend with Ferrera Optical. Offer ends September 10th. Conditions apply.
Now auditioning for Jameson's new multivitamin, J.
Wait, does that say 100%?
Sure does.
Whoa, that really is simple. With new Jameson 100% complete multivitamin, the choice is obvious. See for yourself. It offers 100% of the daily recommended vitamin intake. Now choosing a multivitamin is unbelievably easy. Tree joke. Jameson, naturally.
Some murmurings up here in the box, made a bit of height, and it is a pitch that is bouncing more, as we've been saying at length, but he's not a tall fellow by any stretch. That is sweet. Jeez, he hits it hard. Life Boy clean strike from Dre Russell. Up and away again. Ball just shy of the maximum. One bounce. Near the run barrel. Thank you, Gregory Branthwaite. 4 signal.
It's an interesting tactic to Russell that Paul is trying. He initially tried to go short, but it brings a short leg side boundary into play. What Wayne Bravo did the other night well to Russell to take the sixes away was to bowl full and wide with a deep point, deep extra cover, and a man, I think, at long off at times. The field is now changed, where that man at deep point has gone out. The same field Bravo used very well. Good Yorker. Top class Yorker.
Oh, sure. Was a TD. Top delivery. Does very well to keep this out on another night, another day. That just goes back on the poles. Inside edge and disturbs the timber of the stumps. So he's done well, very well there, Andre Russell. Keep that one out. Jeez, he's just... He's so devastating. And he's really in that mood and truly wants to carve things up and be in the contest. 18 from 19, he's now settled in. 69 for 7. Very difficult position, of course, for the Tallawahs. Everything's all right. A little bit of a slide and a slip. It's all right. He's going to keep the strike. 70 for 7 here.
Now auditioning for Jameson's new multivitamin, J.
Wait, does that say 100%?
Sure does.
Whoa, that really is simple. With new Jameson 100% complete multivitamin, the choice is obvious. See for yourself. It offers 100% of the daily recommended vitamin intake. Now choosing a multivitamin is unbelievably easy. Tree joke. Jameson, naturally.
49 runs off 18 balls. Now let's see which way it goes, because the fans have been getting fired up. Bit fans of the match, the Leong family from Guyana. They've been watching at Providence. They've been loving this one. Being launched big from Dre Russ. Hero maximum to the max.
Really good strike right in the zone. Imran Tahir will perhaps reflect and think, am I getting too full there? He bowled a really great length to Chris Lynn the other day, very early in the contest. because he pulled the length back slightly.
No, he doesn't, and he's been smoked again, buddy. Holy smoly! That is a boom out. Oh, loving it, Bish. Love this game.
But we knew that Andre Russell would get into his six hitting at some point in the tournament. And again, that's maybe a touch too full from Imran Tahir. Still more to do. Russell needs a couple more.
Well, did notice there was a little bit more flight with those first two deliveries of this last over of Tahir's. Yeah, a lot flatter and a lot better length as you're on about, Bish.
Yep. Could put it just slightly outside off stump as well. That was a much better length.
He's dragged it down. That's what he'll be saying to himself. Imran Tahir, short and wide, got the treatment it deserved. No, he doesn't. Oh, big fan of the match, the Leong family from Guyana. Fired up. A little bit nervy with Dre Russell there. 500 US though to the Leong family. Loving it at Providence. One to go in the 18th. So it's 33 from 13. Oh, it was an opportunity, but not a very easy one. He's going to keep the strike, and that's good for Jamaica. Dre Russell holds on. 17 off that, it's 87 for 7.
Whenever you have something really cold, and then you get this short, sharp kind of sensation through your teeth, that's sensitivity. It can get worse. You need to do something about it. I always recommend Sensodyne. It blocks that uncomfortable sensation and calms the nerve down. It works.
Just a dozen deliveries left in match 8. Can Dre Russell turn on something extraordinary? Of course he can. Last year, got a hat-trick and scored 100 at the Queen's Park Oval. Phenomenal talent, as we all know. And he's on strike 2 years ago, 2018, with that hat-trick and 100. Exceptional. 3 and 3 from Dre Russ. Boundaries and maximums, that is. Up against Naveen. This will be a challenge for the youngster. Here we go. Has been pumped over a straight mid-wicket. You're up against Dre Russell, Naveen. Challenge laid down.
Feasting on the length, so close to the off stump. And again, I go back to the field set. The field set suggests that you could go full and wide. You're taking 6 out of a game mostly by going in that area left of your screen. Even perhaps if you're taking pace off it, still go wide. Ask him to fetch it.
100%. And a lot has been discussed about this young man, Naveen, and I think he's a very good Yorker bowler. He's also got the confidence with his slower change-up deliveries. So he's just had a word there with his skipper, Chris Green. Going to go cross seam. Third man and fine leg are up. And that's the problem. You bowl that little bit of length and width is on offer. Always going to go there. A real chance to go there. 10 from 2, and suddenly it's just 22 from 10 because of him. Yeah, I'm with you, Bish. You're going to sort this out and get it in the hole. You cannot allow Andre Russell to swing those very powerful arms and get underneath you or thrash you with fast, furious edges. Remember, in recent times, some other franchise T20s around the globe talked about getting that Yorker sparing in at his front boot. It was about middle and leg stump line. And you set your field accordingly. Get off the mark today until his 9th ball. Wow. And that has been boshed again downtown. Doesn't want it. Says to Fidel, just chill, buddy. We've still got an over and a half here to get 22. Jeez, he's an extraordinary striker.
Dangerous ball. Just got the length, so he could have gotten underneath it.
You're right, but should have. It's another one that could have travelled and just got fat bat slapped over long off. Brilliantly bowled. There is that cool head and bravery from the 20-year-old. Furious with himself, but that's so cool. It's on the way down. It's just so slow and drooping. Have a listen. Oh, Dre Russ.
Big decision to make in how he negotiates these last 2 balls. You don't want Fidel Edwards on strike to start the last over by any means. When do you look for the boundary still, or when do you take the single that's available if it becomes available?
Fabulous call, Bish. 2 to go. Didn't want to take the single. Good time to do it, and it allows Edwards at the other end maybe, gets a couple and just blocks it, because then it allows Russell to have the strike for the final over.
See, that's the thing. He did it last over as well. Of the 5th ball, he refused the single. Not sure why he did that. So now he's got to get a single or 3. Because he wants strike at the beginning of the next over. That's the best chance the Talawas have. Who bowls the last over?
And he can't get it. Beautifully bowled. So he isn't on strike. That is over. And it's 97 for 7.
TT takes 1 minute, so easy. Take a picture from your mobile phone, just snap it now. Oh yeah, it's on. Sell your card, pin.tt. Sell your card, pin.tt. Pin.tt, free mobile app. Pin.tt just takes 1 snap. Pin.tt.
Yeah, I think Andre Russell made an error again there in his calculation. This is the ball that I was talking about that I'd like to have seen attempted. It's not an easy ball, but I'd like to have seen that attempted very early in the over. Russell refused a single of the 5th ball and lost the bet on the last one to get a single. That's a miscalculation. Now Edwards, well, 6-0 or 1. Get Russell back on strike.
Well, you've still got 10 and 11 to come in. Yeah, but you saw it, Bish. Spot on. Should have taken the single on offer and let Edwards just have 1 delivery in the previous over. Not to be. Here's Kimo. Get the single early. Very interesting now. 21 off 5 to snatch victory here. Given they were 59 for 7. 59 for 7, and then suddenly Russell's flicked the switch.
Where are you bowling this time? You're bowling to Andrew Russell. What's your advice to Kimo Paul? Let's put it that way.
You've got the big boundary on his leg side. Do you want to spare in that Yorker, or do you want to go wide on off stump like we saw in Naveen, that lovely full Yorker, which you see so much of in T20 these days, that wide Yorker near the blue one? Or do you say, hey, look, I'm going to have protection on the leg side, finally back, deep backward square, and say, I'm going to get that in the hole. I'm going to back myself to get it in the hole, sparing in on that midland leg. Hit that boot, that front foot. On slow. Yeah, they're running out of balls here. This one has to go. This one has to disappear. 4 or 6. Oh, he's making it tough. He'd love this to go and disappear for the maximum. Still possible because of this guy on strike, Andre Russell. Very important delivery in match 8 here. No. Oh, and it's been stopped. That needed to go for 4 or 6. Yeah, but he's searching Yorker there, Bish. Trying to spare that in there.
Well, as long as Kimo Paul doesn't bowl any extras, it is game, set and match, with 21 required and just 3 legal deliveries. So it's just about Paul just making sure he doesn't get over the line or bowl wides.
And there's the other one. Tried to go Yorker the previous delivery. It was a low full toss. And there's the wide one. Kimo Paul, Johan Botta, very happy and relieved coach. Sensibly finished these out. No balls, no wides. Kimo. Doesn't bother running. Green stops that. And we're down to the last ball of match 8. There's a few nervy moments, just a couple of overs ago. Yeah, deep breath from the skipper. And defending the lowest score in the history of the Hero CPL to beat the 126 by Barbados Tridents versus the Warriors back in 2015 at Guyana. It's gone to the moon and back! Oh, it's almost gone to the roof. Gets 50 and gets the side up over 100, but it's a little too late for Jamaica. The Warriors get up by 14. Schumann Hetmar got a golden duck. Like a very good steepling catch though. And the Warriors have got up over Jamaica by 14 here in match 8.
On a challenging pitch. Love to hear how either side feel. Congratulations to the Amazon Warriors. They were brilliant in their execution of their fielding and bowling. To defend this total, young Ashmead Ned was superb, but that certainly doesn't surprise us given what we've seen from him at the Under-19 World Cup earlier this year, in the Super 50 last year. Listen to this, folks. Listen to this. However challenging the pitch was, 80 dot balls, 80 dot balls, and you lose by 14 runs.
I reckon it's been the best. I know we've only had 3 days. This is day 4. But this side of the square, in terms of consistent pace and bounce, and a bit more bounce, is a superior surface to the one on the other side. Goes to show you, pace off the ball, spinners, mystery spinners, some wonderful confidence from the spinners, backed up by their mates in the field, and you can cause pressure. And isn't that a glaring stat, Ian Bishop? 80 dot balls and you lose by 14 trying to track down 119. Crazy.
I think it's something that we need to have that discussion about continuously. When pitches aren't in your favor, there's another way that you can approach. There's another way you can plan your run chase. It was tough at the start. Bonner got a rough decision. Walton failed again. Phillips got naught as well. Powell tried his best 23, but went off 30 balls as if Ali 14. 52 from Russell. He tried to carry them on his shoulders over the line, but the
quisiera borrarte sin dar una copia en el cel que me da por recordarte. Te quiero volver a leer. A veces quisiera ser como tú, que deja todo así, deja de sentir, eres capaz de borrarme sin dar una copia en el cel. Ya borré tu número telefónico, pero de memoria me lo sé. Y a mí que siempre se me olvida tú, pero de tu nombre no me olvidé. Y aunque para ti fue poco, para mí fue mucho. Me vuelve el coco pensándote mucho. Y aunque para ti fue poco, para mí fue mucho. Me vuelo el coco pensándote. A veces quisiera borrarte sin dar una copia en el cel que me da por recordarte. Te quiero volver a leer. A veces quisiera ser como tú, que deja todo así, deja de sentir, eres capaz de borrarme sin dar una copia en el cel. Si se me escapara una llamada que por la noche me hace falta, como eso que no siente nada, como que no, como que no. Si se me escapara una llamada que por la noche me hace falta, como eso que ya no me extraña, como que no, como que no. Baby, eso empezó cuando tú me sonreíste. Tanto te quise que se me olvidó quererme a mí. no quiero dejarte ir. A veces quisiera borrarte sin dejar una copia en el cel que me da por recordarte. Y te quiero volver a leer. A veces quisiera ser como tú, que deja todo así, deja de sentir, eres capaz de borrarme sin dejar una copia en el cel. Katie Angel. Yeah. Sin dejar una copia en el cel. Mm-hmm.